Hey there, fight fans, welcome back. In today's video, Ilia Topuria, fresh off his historical victory, sets his sights on a particular new challenge, a potential clash with the lightweight division's titan, Islam Makhachev. Now, Topuria's declaration of intent reverberates throughout the MMA world, sparking a lot of debates among fans and analysts alike. Also, yesterday's video caused a lot of controversy in the comments, like, if a showdown between these two titans took place, who would win? Can Topuria back up his bold claims and topple the reigning kingpin, Islam Makhachev? Some are confident that Makhachev will beat the Georgian, while others are banking on Topuria to knock him out cold. Because as the first fight, Makhachev vs. Volkanovski showed, Makhachev does have some difficulties with short fighters who are not inferior to him in physical strength. So today's video will be interesting, but if you do enjoy it, you know what to do. Your support means the world to us, and we truly appreciate it. Now, in a stunning turn of events that has the entire MMA community buzzing, Ilia Topuria has not only claimed the undisputed featherweight crown with a knockout victory over Alexander Volkanovski, but he has also set his sights on making history in a way that is both very ambitious and daring. The brash Georgian, fresh off his monumental victory, is already plotting his next moves, which include potential forays into another division, a boxing crossover, and even matchups that could cement his status as one of the greats. Now, the newly minted champion is eyeing a move that would see him challenge the elites of the lightweight division, with his crosshairs being firmly set on the division's kingpin, Islam Makhachev. Topuria boldly claims, Islam Makhachev in big trouble. Now, this statement has ignited a lot of discussions among fans and analysts about the potential of such a matchup. Dominic Cruz, a former two-time bantamweight champion and a respected voice in the MMA community, offered some sage advice to Topuria. Via comments on an ESPN Instagram post, Cruz emphasized the importance of champions first clearing out their division and defending their title, a conventional path that has defined the careers of many legendary fighters. Saying, champions, clean out the division and defend the title, posted Cruz. For example, KSI Fandom wrote, I like he's not scared of anyone, but gotta defend the belt more than once. Luke Salomon wrote, double champ status should be like kinda encoded, needing at least 2 convincing title defenses, KO, TKO submissions, or 4 title defenses, period. This would probably be pretty good. Landon D wrote, I actually like it. Topuria has a good ground game. Not better than Islam, but it's good. He has more power than Volkanovski has. I think it's the most interesting double champ fight that's been brought up lately, with every champ talking about it. Well, of course, a fight of this magnitude is not expected to materialize in the immediate future. Topuria acknowledges the need to first establish his dominance within his own division. Yet his willingness to eventually step up and challenge Makhachev does speak volumes about his ambition and his desire to etch his name among the legends of the sport. Additionally, Topuria has expressed interest in a crossover boxing match against middleweight titan Canelo Alvarez, showcasing his willingness to test himself in multiple combat sport arenas. As for Makhachev, the current lightweight champion and pound-for-pound standout, well, he has a list of potential contenders waiting for their shot. Names like Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira, and Arman Tsarukyan are being floated around for future matchups. But everyone would like to see the Makhachev vs. Topuria fight more than any of the other ones. And if such a fight were to take place, who would emerge victorious? Now, of course, Islam can be considered one of the best fighters in the UFC, a fact that he consistently demonstrates in his fights. Some liken Makhachev to an improved version of Khabib Nurmagomedov. And in some ways they are right, as Islam also possesses a proficient striking technique. Now, Makhachev boasts numerous advantages. He adeptly controls fights with his jab. On the ground, Islam is a doctor of science, unhurried, precise in his movements, and pretty powerful in carrying out attacking action. However, as the first fight with Volkanovski showed, Makhachev does face some difficulties with shorter opponents who are not physically inferior to him. Of course, Makhachev, already in a second fight, corrected those mistakes and then prepared a surprise for Volk, but most importantly, his jaw is vulnerable. As you know, he's already been knocked out once. Now, Ilia has a good wrestling background. He trained in Greco-Roman wrestling and added a lot of jiu-jitsu skills to this. At the same time, Topuria practically did not show any wrestling in the UFC, leaving this trump card for, well, a difficult matchup. But so far, he is doing really well in the stand-up.
What you talking about? I grow up in the ground. I'm a black belt since I'm 20 years old. So for me to being in the ground, it's like to pull a shark into the water. So
we can say that Topuria is a improved version of maybe even Conor McGregor. But Topuria is a more versatile fighter than the Irishman. He's constantly throwing punches, throwing them to the body as soon as he begins to move forward, and then at the same time, he defends himself well against takedowns.
Like I said before, I like the Canelo style, the body shots, and I train a lot of boxing, and for this fight especially, I train a lot of boxing.
The sweeping technique of striking and the lack of fear of exchanges exposes gaps in Ilia's defense. His endless pressure, as practice has shown, quickly wastes cardio, although few manage to survive at least 2 full rounds with him. But as Topuria showed in his fight with Josh Emmett, he also feels great in the later rounds. In addition, the emotion and aggressiveness of El Matador also sometimes prevent him from avoiding unnecessary damage. And most importantly, Topuria, well, it seems he has an iron jaw. He proved this against Jai Herbert. So the question posed at the beginning, who would win in this fight, seems to be causing a lot of confusion even now. And which of them is better? Well, everyone can decide for themselves. Now, the MMA world is waiting with bated breath as the careers of these two fighters unfold. Topuria's bold declarations and the potential matchups on the horizon promise thrilling narratives and unforgettable clashes in the UFC's octagon. Now, it is crucial that the recent surge of fame does not overwhelm Topuria, though. Remember McGregor's athletic accomplishments after he became a double champ? Money and immense popularity shifted his focus, potentially leading him towards decline as an athlete. Topuria, equipped with all the necessary tools, has the potential to become the next UFC superstar, but it is imperative that he stays grounded and focused on his athletic journey, avoiding any pitfalls that fame and fortune can bring, so that he can delight us fans with a more magnificent performance.
That is all for today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel because it is very important to us, and thank you all in advance.